Redo. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cypher from cypherpk.com, and I just downloaded the PTS patch 2.1.1, and so ZeniMax implemented new V16 templates with all the new armor sets and craftable sets, and I'm going to be going over that. In the patch notes, I'm going to leave the patch notes in the description below. There wasn't a lot of huge changes that I wanted to cover. Like the main ones was they fixed a lot of the issues with some with healing ward and some damage abilities that was doing too much damage. I know they buffed siphoning strikes and a few other things. Nothing too major. They are testing the new rule sets for the campaigns now. You'll have to have your 6 home keeps to have access to the Imperial City. Now, before you panic and pull out your pitchforks, this is just testing. They are testing this rule set to see how it plays out and how the player base reacts to it. In my opinion, I think they're going to go for a more lenient rule set once this goes live, and they'll have some requirements to get to the Imperial City. Maybe they won't have any. Maybe it'll be free for all. And since they have multiple campaigns, they can actually test different campaign sets, rule sets on different campaigns. Like, for example, Hadris might be a campaign that everyone has access no matter what the keeps are. Thornblade, the 30-day ones might have like some sort of rule sets, and you can test out a few other things. So here's the thing. The reason I'm laughing right now is because the Twitch chat is trying to convince me that my mic is muted, but I know it's not. At least I hope it's not. So I'm gonna go over the V16 templates that they added to the PTS. I'm glad that they did this because in the past patch you couldn't really test any of the armor sets because you just had to get them on your own. But now they're giving this all the armor sets in the templates, and I'm gonna go over the armor sets because I know I actually don't know some of these sets. I haven't even looked at them until now, so I'm gonna go over them one by one and just give my opinion on them. So first set, Armor Master. These are crafted, right? So Armor Master, it gives you maximum health, physical resistance, spell resistance, and when you have an armor ability slotted, that means any one of these abilities, immovable, evasion, annulment, you will gain, once you cast that, you will gain an increase of 5% max health. Just by having it slotted, you'll have 5% extra health. And when you activated the ability, you gained 5.3k physical and spell resistance. Now, people might be wondering, okay, if I use immovable, will that stack? Yes, it will, because immovable gives you the major, major armor and major spell resist. This doesn't give you the major armor and spell resist. It's just an armor. It's an armor bonus. It's a 5-piece bonus. So it stacks with it because it's separate buffs. So that's pretty good. I can see a lot of tanks using this and increasing their physical and spell resist values pretty high using this set. It's crafted, so you can craft it in heavy, light, medium, and you can craft it in any any traits that you want. Another crafted set, Noble's Conquest. Now this one gives you maximum health, maximum stamina, and 4% healing taken. Interrupting an enemy causes them to take 5% increased damage for 5 seconds and heals you for 3.4k. That's interesting, but I don't see the hype about this one. I really don't. Okay, I mean, 5% is too small of a number in my opinion to make a huge difference. But there's gonna be sets for all different playstyles, and some sets are gonna be more viable than others. That's fine. I'm not too crazy about that set. Redistributor. Now this one, maximum health, maximum stamina, maximum magicka. This reminds me of the arena set because I know the arena gives you health, magicka, and stamina for the 2, 3, and 4. When you receive healing while at full health, heal a nearby ally for 1.8k. This effect can happen once every 3 seconds. The only question I would have about this is, what's the how close do you have to be to an ally? Like, what's the range on this set? That's pretty interesting. It has a 3-second cooldown, but again, not very crazy about this. Don't know how well that will be in PvP, PvE. Black Rose. Now this is dropped. This is a heavy armor dropped set, so it's not craftable. Gives you maximum health and then double max stamina. 20% chance when successfully blocking an attack to recover 817 stamina. Now you guys do know that they they made it to where when you're blocking, you do not gain stamina back. Your regen is cut off. But other sources of things can give you stamina back, like passives that increase or give you back stamina. The Engine Guardian set can give you back stamina. This is just another way to gain stamina while you're blocking, and I can see a lot of tanks using this. Now, some people did say that this set doesn't necessarily help too much in PvE because PvE tankers have, can maintain the stamina without this set using like Hissbark or something. But I can definitely see this being more useful in PvP just because of the fact that there's a lot more things hitting you in PvP. There's a lot more dots and chances. I don't see a cooldown on this. 20% chance when successfully blocking an attack to recover 817 stamina. I don't see a cooldown. There might be one, but if there isn't, this set definitely is extremely powerful, and can see a lot of people using this if they want to get back to the old days of holding block for a really long time before running out of stamina. Brands of Imperium. Haven't seen this one before. Max health, and 4% healing taken. This is heavy armor. 6% chance when taking damage to grant yourself and nearby allies a 12k damage shield that lasts 8 seconds. This effect has a cooldown of 15 seconds. That's a pretty big damage shield. Keep in mind, guys, I am not in Cyrodiil right now, so the damage shield will probably be less in Cyrodiil. It will probably be less in Cyrodiil. I mean, I know it will be less. The tooltip is going to change with the 50% reduction to shields. This will be around 6k. This looks pretty good. It gives you shield. Okay, grant yourself and nearby allies. This is multiple people that are going to get a shield because of you getting hit. I can see this being very powerful. I'm afraid that groups might be too powerful with a set like this. Imagine if multiple people are running this set. 15-second cooldown with 8-second duration. Okay, so it has a 15-second cooldown. It's just a very strong group set. I mean, I can see this being a very strong, small or large group set for a tank to be wearing. Don't know how powerful it will be, but I can definitely see this being a game changer for group play. But like, what if the entire group were in this set? That'd be a little ridiculous. Luckily, it's in heavy armor, so not everyone has access to it. I mean, if you want to wear it, you have to wear heavy. Jolting Arms. I like the look of these. I actually want to put one of these on. Look at this helmet. What type of style? I really don't know what. This looks like almost like the Falcon Scoria helmet, except recolored. This looks kind of cool. I don't know, but let me see what it does. It was the Jolting Arm Set. Now, gives you maximum health, double spell resist, 10% chance when blocking an attack to charge your arms, causing your next bash to deal 5.8k shock damage, as well as granting yourself 6.4k spell resistance for 6 seconds. Damn, that is a lot of shock damage with one bash. 10% chance when blocking an attack. No cooldown. That looks cool for I know there's the return of the bash build because of the champion system and all that, but this takes it to a whole another level. Like, this is the next, this okay. So someone in the chat's telling me this is the new what's it called? I had a loss of words here. The new motif, Heavekin or whatever it's called, Heavekin. I don't know how to say that, but. So this is the new motif. That looks like a pretty cool set again. 5.8k shock damage, that's a lot. Leeching Plate Mail. Maximum health, 4% healing taken, 4% healing taken. 8% chance when damaged to summon a cloud of leeching poison under the attacker that deals 1k poison damage every second for 5.5 seconds and heals you for the damage caused. That's interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Malbeth set, because the Malbeth set does cause a tether that gives you health back, but this is like ranged. Poison under an attacker. Does it follow them? That's a question. Does this follow them? Does the 8%, follow them around, or is it just created under them, and if they walk out of it, they're home free? Because that would make a big difference between if this set was actually good or not. But either ways, I don't see myself implementing this into any of my builds, but let's move on to the next one. Reactive Armor. Maximum stamina, stamina recovery, maximum health. While affected by stun, immobilize, fear, knockdown, and disorienting effects, damage you take is reduced by 35%. This is huge. I think this set is, like, overlooked. You guys gotta understand, right now there's like a 50% reduction in Cyrodiil. So you're not taking a lot of damage in the first place, and then on top of that, while you're stunned, 35% less damage. Now I know you can't really do anything while you're stunned. Like you can't, what's it called, cause damage or anything. But 35% reduction, and you're in heavy armor, and whatever other armor buffs or reduction buffs you have, like say you're in Nord or something, like this could be big. Like okay, say you're blocking the entire time, you run out of stamina, you get feared. 35% reduction is great. Now imagine if you were a vampire as well. Vampires have that passive that gives them, like, you know, when they go below a certain amount of health, damage reduction kicks in. Now we're talking like huge amount of damage reduction with this set. Like, I don't know, can you even get killed with the set if you're stunned? Like, you might have to not stun if you know someone's using this set, just don't even stun them. Just go for the kill without stunning them. So Tormentor. Maximum health, double healing taken. Causing damage with a charge ability applies the taunt for 15 seconds, increases your physical and spell resistance by 3.6k for 5 seconds. So this is definitely a PvE set. It's just now basically when you're wearing this set, all your charge abilities count as a taunt. That's interesting. I've never tanked in PvE. I'm not, you know, great with PvE tanking, so don't know how important this set would be to someone who wants to taunt with charges, but you know, it's definitely a PvE set. Now, Julian Weapons. Now, these are the new Julian Weapons: agility, endurance, and willpower. Now, I don't know where you get these from exactly, but they are good substitutes to a lot of the jewelry that you do have. Like agility gives you, you know, it comes in all different types, right? You know, it comes in axe, mace, sword, you know, bow, staffs, shield, rings, and jewelry as well. So maximum health, weapon damage. Endurance gives you maximum health, stamina recovery, and willpower gives you spell damage and maximum magicka. So these are very interesting. I know like 2 and 3 piece sets are very important to a lot of different builds, and you can fit these in. Some builds you might find yourself, okay, I don't know what sets to wear. These can definitely find their place in a lot of different builds, like whether you're stamina or magicka based, depending on what you want. They can definitely find their place in a lot of different builds. Light Combat Physician. These are just the light sets that they added. Combat Physician. This one gives you a maximum magicka, double spell crit. Critically healing an ally grants them an 8.2k damage shield for 8 seconds. This effect has a cooldown of 6 seconds. This is really, really good. Like this is really good. I can see healers wearing this and just like putting damage shields on their entire team, because critically healing, I mean, you can get your crit up to like 50% with or even higher. And then if you just do like, if you start spamming rapid springs or, you know, mutagen, you'll put shields on people. Now 8.2k, guys, we got to remember, I'm not in Cyrodiil, so this set will probably be like 4.1k in Cyrodiil. It'll probably be like 4.1k. The only thing I'm worried about is some of these sets seem to be making groups very strong, and you know, I am a solo player, so I'm a little biased. I just don't want, you know, groups running around with like infinite shields stacked on top of each other. These sets, this set and the other one, the one that gave also a shield. There was another one that gave shields. Seem to be making the larger groups even stronger. But I can see this also be used in smaller group combat. I just don't. Here's the problem with smaller group combat when you have these type of sets is one person has to basically sacrifice their builds to wear a set like this. But if you have a group of like 15 to 24 people, it's easy to find like someone who's willing to wear this set, someone who's willing to wear the other set, and just, you know, stacking shields and giving the groups self busts. So Combat Physician, definitely group based set. Very strong in my opinion. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this one. Meritorious Service. I think I got it. Meritorious Service. This gives maximum health, magicka, spell damage. When you cast a support ability is any ability from this skill line: Barrier, Siege Shield, Purge, Guard, Revealing Flare. When you cast a support ability, up to 4 nearby allies gain 3k physical and spell resist for 15 seconds. Okay. I'm not crazy about this one, but you know, it's there for your groups. If people, like, I can see a group like having like maybe 8 dedicated people wearing these group-based sets. Definitely give the group a huge buff. Overwhelming Surge, interesting name. It's a light armor set. Oh, okay. So this looks like martial knowledge substitute, because I see double spell damage here, and this is V16. I don't know if there's going to be V16 martial knowledge. But this looks like martial knowledge, basically. The 2, 3, 4 is exactly like martial knowledge, and it comes in infused. 8% chance when activating a class ability to surround yourself with a torrent that strikes out a nearby enemy, dealing 860 shock damage every 6 seconds. So it gives you like an AoE buff. Okay, so I can see this going into builds minus the 5-piece set. I wouldn't use the 5-piece set, but the 2, 3, 4, this is basically V16 martial knowledge. So bye-bye martial knowledge, hello overwhelming jerkin. It comes in a robe and a jerkin. That's cool. You know, it gives you options. Boots. The hat looks cool. I want to see how this looks like. Oh, this is definitely an interesting set. This looks nice. Is this colored? Is this dyed? Like pre-dyed by the time it comes to you, or did they dye this and give it to us? It looks really cool. And the 2, 3, 4. This is definitely V16 martial knowledge substitute. That's great. I like seeing that set. Now Phoenix. Now a Phoenix set, light armor. This helmet looks cool too. What's up with these cool looking helmets? I like the new set. Oh, look. It looks like you're like, you know, a vase with flowers coming out of your head. Okay, but this set is actually pretty good. I know this one. I went over it like when they announced some of the new sets, and this one gives you maximum magicka recovery, and spell damage. Now that 2, 3, 4 reminds me, I think Archmage. Actually, I don't know if it's Archmage. There is a set that gives you 2, 3, 4. You know, magic recovery, max magicka, and spell damage. So the 2, 3, 4 is definitely good in its own. That can fit by itself in sets. But the 5-piece is very interesting, especially. But yeah, definitely going to be used in Imperial City. I can see myself using this if I was ever farming Talwar Stones. Scathing Mage set. Now this set gives you maximum magicka, double spell crit, 10% chance when causing critical damage to increase your spell damage by 516. Now I'm going to take this set out real quick. I'm actually going to take this set out right now and put it on real quick. That looks really badass. I like this new style. But I'm putting on the set because I always said the damage was too low, but I think it's because I didn't have access to this stuff. This set looks really nice, and I'll show you what I'm gonna mix this with. Now, my brain right now is just theory crafting the fuck out of this set. Like, sorry, but this set and some other sets are gonna be nice. Now, spell power cure. This has spell power in the name, so gives you double max magicka and spell damage. Healing an ally at 100% health grants them 258 increased spell damage for 3 seconds. So this is another group set. I see a lot of group sets coming in with this patch. The 2, 3, 4 piece are nice. The 5-piece you can fit that in if you're in a group. If not, you might not want to run the 5-piece. But these are a lot of group buffs, guys. These are a lot of group buffs. So yeah, this is another group buff set. Essence Thief. Now we're going to the medium armor sets. You stamina guys, prepare yourself. Double max stamina, weapon damage. 10% chance when causing damage with light attacks to draw essence from an enemy. Collecting the essence restores 4.3k health and stamina. Increases your damage by 10% for 6 seconds. So light attacks can draw essence from an enemy. Collecting the essence restores 4.3k health and stamina. Increasing your damage by 10% for 10 seconds. That's definitely a very interesting set. I don't know how practical it is in combat. I would have to test this out. I really don't know how practical it is in combat, but I definitely will test it out. So here's the thing. The way I'm comparing it is this set versus Engine Guardian, right? 10% chance. Engine Guardian is going to give you 10% chance to gain back either health, stamina, or magicka. It doesn't give you a 10% damage bonus, but this one's guaranteeing you health and stamina, which is kind of necessary for stamina builds. By the way, anyone in the chat that's asking questions, I am making a video right now, which is why I'm not replying to questions. So I do apologize. So definitely this set is very interesting. I can see this working, but I would want to test to see how practical the set actually is before, you know, I gave it, you know, a full, you know, before I implement it into a build. I would have to test to see how practical that is in combat. 10% is a low chance, but you know, you do get that amount of stamina and magicka back. But light attacks, that's the thing. Ancient Guardian procs on any ability, that procs only on light attacks. So how often are you light attacking, you know? I don't know. That might be a problem. 10%, either they have to make it to where it's a chance on any ability that you cast, because that would put it on par somewhat with Ancient Guardian, or increase the odds. If it's light attacks only, 30% or 25% seems a little more reasonable. Now, Powerful Assault, another medium armor ability. Maximum health, maximum stamina, weapon damage. Nice. When you cast an assault ability, up to 4 nearby allies gain 123 weapon damage and spell damage for 15 seconds. Now, an assault ability is anywhere over here. Rapid Maneuver, Vigor, Caltrops, Magic Detonation. This is another group buff. A lot of group buffs. Powerful Assault. Now, Sheer Venom. Okay, so this is like Morag Tong, but V16. Because I see the double weapon damage, I see the max stamina. So, Morag Tong, but you can probably wear this with Morag Tong. You can probably wear this with Morag Tong because it comes in so many different pieces, right? It comes in 7 body pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could, okay, so you can wear the Morag Tong necklace with 3 body pieces and then 4 of this. You can have a lot of weapon damage, guys. You can have a lot of weapon damage. Causing damage with an execute ability infects the enemy, dealing 559 poison damage every second for 6 seconds. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. You know how I was talking about Morag Tong? Okay, but that doesn't really help. The 5 piece isn't okay, this is good. The 2, 3, 4, great. V16 Morag Tong, you can fit it with Morag Tong. The 5-piece set, I'm not sure. Here's the thing. What's an execute ability? It sounds like a stupid question. It really does. But my question is, what I'm gonna test, is this an execute ability? Right here? Poison effects deal more damage versus low health targets. Damage over time is increased for enemies with under 50% health. Is that an execute ability? Because if it is, that's a very interesting set for this ability right here. Because that's just poison damage out the ass. Now you can't wear 5 Morag Tong with this set, because then, I wish you could, because then you can wear 5 Morag Tong and then 5 this set, and then you're poisoned because this is doing poison damage, that set is doing poison damage. The Morag Tong 5-piece gives you 15% more poison damage, right? So you can't wear both of them. I wish you could. It'd make a very interesting poison-based build, but you can't. But I can still see this, if that set works with this, it's kind of interesting. It gives you a huge amount of poison damage. Steel Tornado. Someone's saying Steel Tornado. Is Steel Tornado considered an execute? I mean, you know, it says up to 100% additional damage against wounded targets. Would that could be considered an execute? Because if it would, you got the set on, you start Steel Tornado, you got AoE going all over the place. So, very interesting set. I'm going to have to test a lot of things with that before I am 100% certain. I doubt Steel Tornado is considered an execute. But, and maybe Poison Injection isn't also considered an execute. But they do act like executes. Like, they do act like executes in the sense that they increase based off low health targets. And that, I don't know where you draw the line with this. Is this an execute or not? So, we'll see. Shield Breaker set. So someone in the chat says you can do 2 daggers and neck with Morag Tong. So that is true. I forgot Morag Tong had daggers. So you can go 5 Morag Tong and 5 sheer venom. So you get the poison damage, and the Morag Tong gives you an extra, 15% poison damage bonus. So you can run dual wield and then maybe a bow with poison injection, and then you run 5-piece sheer venom, 5-piece Morag Tong. That's definitely going to be a build. That's definitely going to be a build. So werewolves beware. If you're a werewolf, you get hit by someone using that, you are dead. Shield breaker set. Now before I open this shield breaker set, I just want to say rest in peace, sorcerers. Rest in peace, because this set, anyone who uses a shield, this set is called the Shield Breaker. The shield. It's not called the Shield Poker. It's called the Shield Breaker. Okay, not the Shield Annoyance. This is not the Shield Annoyance. This is not the I'm gonna bother you. This is the Shield Breaker, fellas. Okay. Shield Breaker. Maximum stamina, stamina recovery, and weapon damage. The 2, 3, 4 are definitely good sets. 5-piece. Your light and heavy attacks deal 1.1k irresistible damage against enemies with a damaged shield. Now here's the thing. This set, I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but this set is gonna be good. I'm just gonna say that this set's gonna be good. 1.1k irresistible damage. Your light and heavy attacks do 1.1k. This set's gonna be good. 1.1k seems low right now, but it's gonna be good. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, it's gonna be good. That's all I'm really supposed to say, I think. Shockmaster. This is a medium armor set. Double weapon critical, weapon damage, causing damage with a light attack, and then immediately causing damage with a fully charged heavy attack. Charges your weapon with lightning, causing your light attacks to deal an additional 1.1k shock damage for 10 seconds. Causing damage with a light attack, and then immediately causing damage with a fully charged. Okay, so I think this set's going to be changed. Causing damage with a light attack, and then immediately causing damage with a fully charged heavy attack. That seems like too much. It seems like too much. Too much stuff to do for this. Like, I see that the 2, 3, and 4. That looks cool. Reminds me of Hunting's Rage and everything, but I don't know about the 5-piece. You got a light attack and then do a fully charged heavy attack, causing weapons with lightning, causing light attacks to deal ISO 1.1. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that, but we'll see. Toxic Defiance. Weapon critical, weapon damage, maximum stamina. Okay. Weapon critical, weapon damage, maximum stamina. Causing damage with a magical ability causes your poison attacks to deal an additional 430 poison damage for 10 seconds. Now, I don't see how practical this one is, considering you're going to be in medium armor, you're going to be a stamina build using this. There's not a lot of magical abilities that you really fit into your build. Like, I'm thinking right now, on my Stamina Nightblade. So, on my Stamina Nightblade, the only magic damage I do is my Soul Harvest. On my DK, my Stamina DK, the only magic damage I do is my Fossilize. And only 433 poison damage is a little low. I wouldn't really sacrifice an ability like to run Cripple or something for this set. So, to each their own. I'm not too crazy about that set. Lord Warden Dusk. Whoa. Oh, this is the new Undaunted set. Spell resistance, and then 6% chance when hit to summon a shadow orb that adds 7k spell resistance to nearby allies for 12 seconds. Okay. Really not crazy about this one. It could be changed. I think the set will be changed, but now Molag Kenna. Okay, so the one piece gives weapon damage. One piece gives weapon damage. Causing damage with 3 consecutive light attacks triggers Overkill, which increases the cost of all abilities by 50%, increases spell power and weapon power by a certain amount for 6 seconds. Now, this set is going to be really, really nice, and I'm Okay. So again, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Like I know this set has potential to change in the next patch as well. It has potential to change in the next patch. There's a chance that this set might even get better. It is gonna get. It's most likely gonna get better because right now weapon damage, like Magicka builds will use this, even though it has weapon damage. But you know, I think Zos likes to make things a little fair when it comes to stuff, so it might change and become better. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm pulling this out right now. Light armor, helmet. Should I go with the medium armor or the light armor? Should I do a Magicka Nightblade or Stamina Nightblade? That's the question. We'll find out later. But that's the last set that I want to cover. These are the sets that they gave us for the PTS. Thank you so much, Zenimax, for putting these sets into the you know, the templates. Thank you so much for putting it into the templates. I really cannot wait to test out all these sets for you guys and try to come up with some cool builds. So, you know, once I get the chance to do that, I'll have more videos going up about these sets, more builds coming up really soon. So that's all I have for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave your questions in the comment section below. Right now, I'm live on Twitch, but I'm recording this video for YouTube. So I will see you guys soon. And if you want to watch me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cypherpk. Subscribe for more ESO content, and I'll see you guys later.